Hey, what's going on, people? We are back with another video. I'm Courtney of Scott Financial and Care. And so something was on my mind that I wanted to just ask or briefly discuss um, about what's been going on lately in our country as far as the pandemic is concerned. Um, I'm curious to know because they're saying that we are heading into the third phase or third round allegedly, um, with this pandemic, which if that's the case may mean what, that your business or your job may have to shut down if it's considered non-essential, and or also that may mean you might get furloughed from your job, or they might just lay you off completely and with no intentions of bringing you back. And I'm curious to know, what have you done since this whole thing started, since we've seen the continuing rise of unemployment claims? Because just last week I saw on one of the news reports that over 750,000 new claims were placed in. That's a lot. And I, fortunately, because of the industry that I'm in, I did not have to experience being, any type of, I didn't have to stop my business. I didn't experience any low productivity within my business. In this industry, in insurance industry, this is a billion-dollar industry. You do know that, right? My company, my downline, which is other people, they're not my employees. They are associates, whatever you may want to call it, but they're a part of my downline. So I mentor them, or I assist them if they need the assistance. But every one of them, this is their own business as well. And I don't know how, I'm just like, a lot of them, like during these past 11 months, my downline has increased tremendously because of the fact of people are like, I do not want to be put in the same position that I was put in or was nearly put in since this year started, because of the pandemic, right? And so, it's sad that, sometimes that things like that happen because of an unfortunate situation. But a lot of times we don't try to do anything until it's like last minute. Why are we waiting last minute to try to prepare for the unexpected? As you can prepare as best as you can. You might not be able to prepare completely, but you can prepare as best as you can. Okay? Because I've been saying this for years, that there is, and let me be clear, there is no job security in a job. If this year was not clear enough for you on that, I don't know what will be. And it's unfortunate, yes, a lot of people lost their jobs. So of course, I had a lot of my current clients, needing assistance, where their family, either the family member that they got the policy for, or whether it was a client of mine that passed away. And again, my condolences to everyone who unfortunately lost someone because of COVID. But I did have a lot of clients or family members contacting me to assist them in filing a claim with the carriers that the policy is with. I also gained a lot of clients as well because of this. Because people are now seeing that life insurance is a necessity, and it's just not something that's needed. It's not just something just for the heck of it. It's actually a necessity to have. There's no reason. I mean, life insurance is just not something that you want but don't need. Like I said, it's a necessity. You need this. All right. So back to my question. I'm like, well, what are you going to do if they shut down again? What are you going to do if your job is the type of job where you guys depend on the foot traffic or is considered a non-essential business? What are you going to do? I'm willing. I have the room and availability to help you. And let me just make this clear. And no shade to these type of businesses, but the insurance industry is not an MLM. It is not a pyramid scheme. Okay. This is regulated on a federal level. Your commission, you can earn up to 85%. No, correction, over 85%. You can earn up to 110% of commission. And if you are willing to bring someone in with you, and you bring them up under you, and you say, look, I'll help you. My upline, she's helpful, everything, or he's helpful, whoever your upline is, you earn a commission also off of them for every policy they provide. So literally the potential of income, the earnings for potential or income potential is unlimited. You know, I've heard of other companies that don't even pay that much in commissions. And I'm like, really? I'm glad I'm not with them. You know, and this is not a sales pitch. This is not a recruitment pitch. I don't need anything. I don't need any. I need for nothing. You know, thank the universe. I don't need for nothing, but I'm helpful. I'm willing to help. I'm willing to help my people. I'm willing to help people make sure they never have to depend on a job ever again. If you get furloughed or if you lose your job, that's devastating. That's devastating. My people have policies, whole life policies that thankfully they earn a cash value account. And you know, if you know what I'm talking about, if you viewed my other videos about cash value accounts. So if you're viewing this on YouTube, just go to one of my other videos, my whole life policy videos that talks about cash value account. If you're viewing this on the website or somewhere else, just go to the website and you'll see what I'm talking about when I say cash value accounts. You literally have no risk in the stock market. If the stock market goes down or into the negative, it doesn't affect your life insurance policy. Because I know back in 2008 to 2009 or 10, when we hit a recession, a lot of people lost either everything in their 401ks or in their stocks, or they lost a lot of it. So that caused a lot of people to have to extend how much further they were going to have to work in order to kind of replace that income, because they weren't going to be able to, you know, retire. Or if they still retired, they weren't going to be able to get as much, right? So again, you have to ask yourself, if you have not done so already, what can I do to prepare myself that if in the event this was to happen again, I'm not stuck like Chuck. I'm not having to wait on the economy to reopen up, or my state to reopen up, lift whatever shutdown. And I could still earn money. I work from home. This is my home office here. Okay. Everything I can do is from home. This industry survived through this pandemic. Yeah. It survives through everything. I was able to help people on both sides of the fence. Whether you want to start this as your own business or whether you just wanted a policy for yourself, right? or your family or loved ones. So I'm not hurting. And I'm sorry for the people that unfortunately lost their source of income. If you allow me to, I can guide you through making sure you have multiple incomes, or you have an income that you don't have to worry about cutting off on you, unless you choose to cut it off, of course. But why would you? I replaced my income. I left the workforce with no regret at all. And I don't have any sales experience. I didn't have any sales experience. My background is in information technology. I worked as a IT systems administrator. I have been in the IT profession for over 9 years. And I worked every kind of position: network engineer, admin, you name it, right? And so when I say that you don't need to have sales experience, it's not as hard as you think. Once you get over the fact of what's the worst can happen if someone rejects you in getting a policy or something, or you can kind of just think about it as if you were in their shoes. What were some reasons that you decided you didn't want to do you didn't want to buy something? And you're not providing something that people don't need. They need this. People need to learn that these, I almost said the company name, but they're not sponsoring me, so can't do no free advertisements. But people, stop running to these crowdfunding websites. It is not a life insurance policy. Do you think your family and or supposedly close friends want to come out of pocket to pay for your funeral, or whoever in your family that passed away funeral? And even if you didn't have to ask anyone to outside of the family to help, who wants to be in debt while they're trying to grieve the loss of their loved one? Not having a life insurance policy, it just adds on to the pressure, the stress, the grief. You can't even grieve properly because you're thinking about, man, I'm out $7,000. I'm out $5,000 or $10,000, depending on what type of funeral expenses or type of funeral arrangements you have. Who wants to deal with that? I know I wouldn't. I'm good. I'm covered. My mother's covered. We have a cash value account with our policy that most recently I was able to use part of that cash value account. That's what a cash value account is. It's a living benefit, something you can use while you are living. Okay, so it's a lot of great features that comes with a whole life policy. Sometimes you may hear the term permanent life policy. That's the same thing. Term life policies don't come with a cash value account, unfortunately. Okay, and really that's just for individuals that says, look, I just want I want coverage, but I can't afford, I don't know, whatever the price may be, because it varies, okay? It varies based on your age, gender, your hobbies, things you take part in, if you're a smoker or a nicotine user or not. And we have carriers that don't require medical examinations, which is even better. So that's good. So the price is in, and a lot of our policies also include some what we call riders that are included into the policy free of cost. It could be anything from an accelerated death benefit or an accidental death benefit or a disability type of thing. It really just depends on the carrier. Okay. But anyway, again, my goal, we're not done with 2020 yet, but I have a goal for 2021. I want to help at least 50 people generate a new source of income. No games, no gimmicks. I want serious individuals that want to have a business of their own. You have to be licensed. You will go through a federal background check. So if you have any felonies, I maybe depending on how long ago that felony was, and if it was expunged or dismissed or something, you might still be able to, get your license for your home state. And it doesn't matter what state you live in. Your home state is whatever state you live in. But the good thing, and that's another benefit of this, right? So I live in Georgia. However, I have what is called a non-resident license in different states within the U.S. So I can sell policies. I hate to use the word sell because it just comes with a negative thing to it. But I provide policies, life insurance policies, to individuals who live in those different states, right? And so you can get that. You don't just have to limit yourself to the state that you live in. You can also get a non-resident license and provide a policy to those people that live in the other states, which is really cool, And then I have agents that are in my downline that live in those other states as well. So it's just, again, I can go on and on and on about the insurance industry. But again, this wasn't really supposed to be like a recruitment or a sales type of thing. I don't have to convince anyone to do something that they don't want to do. And that's the highlight of my day, the highlight of my life, or in this career, right? I'm an entrepreneur. I'm self-employed. I'm a business owner, whatever you want to call it, right? I go on vacation when I want to go on vacation. I do what I want to do, how I want to do it. I did pretty well this year. I will say that. I'm not going to put it all out there, but I did pretty well this year. You can too. I did not have to worry about losing my job, being furloughed or whatever the case may be. Wouldn't you want to not be worried about that either? What have you done? When will you decide to take the next step into making sure that you have backups or replace one income? Something that you can say to yourself, oh, it's another round of this. Oh, my state is shutting down for a little while. Or my job may end up closing because they're considered non-essential. I don't have to worry about, am I going to be able to cover the mortgage this month? Or if you rent, your rent. I don't have to worry about if I'm going to be able to put gas in the car or if I'm going to be able to go grocery shopping. I don't have to worry about that. And that's, no, that doesn't mean I'm like better than somebody else. No, but I'm just saying, like, I didn't have to convince anybody to want to come up under me, and I can mentor them through, the beginning until they are ready to step out on their own in the business. They know what I do. They know what I do. And they're like, how can I do what you do? The company I'm a part of helps you every step of the way. You get, if your state requires pre-licensing, you go through that. You got to pay for that. You have to pay to take the exam. You have to pay for the application for the license. If you are required to get fingerprinted, if you're required to get fingerprinted, you go ahead, you have to pay for those things. You're investing in yourself. You're investing into your business. I decided to, as a single member LLC, I decided to incorporate myself, use a business name, Scott Financial and Care. It's all those steps, and I'll walk you through it, and I'll walk you through the way and everything like that. So again, you're not gonna be alone on that. I'm here to, I'll hold your hand for the in the beginning, and then again, this is your business, so I'm not a babysitter. You do it how you want to do it. If you see that something I recommend is not fitting for you, you do what you want to do. So this video wasn't supposed to be this long, okay? Let's just say that it wasn't supposed to be this long, but I just had this on my chest. I had this on my mind, because I was just like, man, it's a lot of people out here who are still without a job. They're depending, and then they're depending on a $600, what is it, a week or a month or something like that from unemployment, when before they probably was getting more than that, or double or triple that. So I know that's not enough. And when I say you can be bringing in over $10,000 a month in commission, I mean it. I mean that. You don't have to blood, sweat, and tears to work in this industry. And the beauty of it is you're considered what is non-captive. You're under a non-captive company, which means that and if you're already licensed, come and talk to me. Call me. You all, everyone who sees my number here, 800-365-4299. If you're local to the state of Georgia, 678-310-8004. You all can email me as well if you have any questions. C as in Courtney .Scott SCOTT. It'll be on the screen here, at scottfinancialcare.com. Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Obviously, if you're on YouTube, then you know the name of the channel. But Facebook and Instagram is Scott Financial Care. Okay, it's without the "and." I had to keep things short here. So, if you're already licensed and you want to make more in commission, or you want to make more in commissions, period. But you may be with a captive company, give me a holler. Give me a holler, okay? And it'll be an easy process for you, since you already know it. You just need that sponsorship to get in. That's what basically my downline. I'm the sponsor to get you through the company and start getting you contracted in order to sell insurance carriers products, okay? And so that you can start generating your income and everything of that sort. I mean, it's a lot of fun. There's always training. There's support. A lot of my downline has a direct connection to me, okay? So if they have any questions, they're able to get their questions answered and all that good stuff. But anyway, I'm running on and on. I want to know what have you done, or what will you be doing to prepare yourself? Even if there might not be allegedly a third round, and I have to say allegedly because I don't know. What are you still going to do to prepare or plan for the unexpected? I really got to stop touching my face. But anyway, what are you going to do? Comment below. If you have questions, send me an email. I really want to engage more with you all. It was just something that's on my mind, and I'm just like, if nothing has prepared people to get things in place, this pandemic definitely has. I would hope so. Because it's unfortunate that a lot of people have lost their job or had to be furloughed, or a lot of businesses were considered to be non-essential, so they had to close doors for a while. There were some businesses that still haven't even picked up business since the state reopened, and they had to unfortunately close down or close doors for good. That's devastating to someone who has a business. But hopefully they were smart enough to not just have their business as the only source of income. You should never have just one source of income. You should have at least, as they say, 8 sources of income, whether it's passive, residual, whatever the case may be. You know, I have multiple sources of income, not just this insurance business, you know, because if one ends or is slow, I have the others to kind of cover or take in place, you know, until it picks up again or until I replace it. All right. Thank you for viewing. I hope to hear from you soon. Again, my name is Courtney of Scott Financial and Care. Bye.